your number here. But if you want to do it for one of your coaches, all you got to do is change that number. Real simple. Of course, the coaches on your team will all come up in your report. So here it is, the whole report. I scroll down. All I'm doing is scrolling. And you can see here, all I put here, what does our frontline volume need to be? 6,000. I put 4,500 here. Why? I want to see who's approaching it. And like a day like today, toward the end of the month, sometimes I like to do them in time after the 20th. You know, you don't want to wait till the last day of business. I say at least 10 days to a week if you want to, you know, or look at it on the 15th if you really feel like somebody's out the gate quick. So I look at that. I'll put that in the criteria sheet. I do nothing else. Oh, this level. The default is 10. You can change it to however many levels you have. And then if you continue, the bottom of the criteria sheet looks like this. So you understand this was all one sheet, these last 3 slides. So what next we want to do, and so all we added was the 4,500 frontline volume. Format will help you to choose format. Now, what happens, what happens here is these that have the check marks will be your columns. So there are default ones set. I go in, and these are the ones that I leave check that I want on my report. So, I mean, the top ones are done, FLV, I want, and certified. Because then you'll know if they certified. Why? Because that's one of the qualifications for fully integrated health coach. If you go on down, the next slide, we're just scrolling down to this one page. This is what it looks like. I don't do anything with sort. I just click Save Formatting, brings you back to your criteria sheet, scroll down to the criteria sheet, and hit Show Report. Everybody with me?
So Pat, when you change that formatting for this one report, after this report, does it go back?
Yes, it goes back to the default. Now, you could save it, and you hit the Save button, and I would save it as FIHC, Fully Integrated Health Coach, and then every month you can just pull it up. You can pull it up every day of the month if you want, and it would be under your saved reports. So it's a shortcut. Yes?
It repopulates when you pull it back up, right?
If it's a saved report, yes. It would repopulate just like I just did. Great questions. Thank you. Anything else before we see the report? Now, of course, for privacy reasons, you know, I unchecked a few of those boxes just to get rid of names. So here we pull up the report, and as you can see, we have several coaches who were, a few that were already at the 6,000, and are they certified? So yes. So I don't worry about those. Does everybody understand what I'm looking at? We have several whose frontline volume is more than 6,000. And they are certified, and that's the 2 things we're looking at. So then, what do we look at? Well, let's see how close are these guys. Look at this one, 5911. So what do they need? Basically, one more order. Is he certified? Yes. So how simple. What do you do next? Let me see what my next slide is. So you want to work the report. I'm going to go back, though. Let's just see the report. So what I would do, and again, the names are gone only because we do the training. I would call this executive director and, you know, talk to them. Is it somebody that's usually an executive director? If they're several levels down, you want to call their business coach to be sure that they are aware how close they are. So you look at all of those. I mean, it's just a simple practice that can, in a saved report, show you where your coaches are. This, again, is for fully integrated health coach who needs to be certified with $6,000 in frontline volume. Any questions? Okay. Again, talk to the health coach. Help with the 3-way call. If you have 2 coaches that started together, and maybe it's the second one that is closer to ED than the sponsoring coach, bring them both in on a 3-way call. It's kind of training 2 new coaches at the same time. Does that make sense? And then talk with the business coach. So when we go to the next thing you want to look for are fully integrated business coaches in your business. And of course, we all want to strive to get to fully integrated business coach. That's integration. It's just that simple. So what do we do? you know, the same thing as the health coach, but you've built 5 senior coach legs, okay? 5 senior coach legs. And one more qualification here is you must have 15,000 in group volume. Now remember, you have 6. So to be a fully integrated business coach, you have to have 6,000 in frontline volume and 5 senior coach legs. Now those senior coaches, if they have 1,200 each, that's 6,000, and your 6,000, you know, I'm saying if the stars lined up and everything was to the penny, you could have everything, but not 15,000 in group volume. So what you want to keep bringing on those senior coach or health coaches. You may have 2 or 3 that aren't senior yet. Your seniors hopefully are higher than just $1,200.01 kind of thing. You get what I'm saying? We need the 5, but you also need the 15,000 in group. And this is very important, and sometimes I want to share just a funny story. You know, coaches get excited and, oh, we have a brand new fully integrated business coach, and we looked, and somebody said, I don't know what's the matter with Office in Motion. They're not showing them as fully integrated business coach. And I looked real quick, and they were just under the 15,000. And so don't question, I mean, always question if you have a question, but Office in Motion really kind of has us, you know, has our back. Our systems are our systems. So if you have a question like that, always go to your business coach maybe before you go to Facebook, or, you know, or even our Facebook groups. You know, they were already recognizing this business coach, and they were so close. You know, it happened, they got there, but you don't want to have to do any backpedaling. So just, you know, always be the leader of your business, be the professional, and it's important to know some of the details. It's just how we run a good business. What else? Anything else here? And of course, we want to always be fully connected to the bio network. So that's our fully integrated business coaches. What does that look like? Well, basically, it's you developing 5 or more senior coach legs. It's just that simple. So it starts with you. How do we find out who on our team? So we all want to do it first, and then we want to build those on our team. How do we do it? Does this look familiar? It's the same contact report. I go to my criteria sheet. So what are we looking for? I just scroll down. The coach still needs 6,000 in frontline volume. And again, I do this one. This one you need to do, you know, you can do it on the 15th if you want to see who's getting close. You know, in a few days. Do it often. You know, if you have to, do it every other day or every 5 days for sure. But the 20th on, watch this report. The other thing is they need 5 senior coach legs. I do my report based on 3. So if they're getting close to 6,000 and they have 3 or more senior coaches, they're pretty close to fully integrated business coach. So you see the 3 here on the senior coach teams. So you go to the bottom of the report. We hit format. What's he going to do? He's going to bring us back to the columns. So what have we added here? I add PV always because I check. I just do. It's good to see who's. It's a habit I have because I think if I owned a restaurant, we'd all go to eat in our restaurants, and we teach that we want orders in the right place. And by the time somebody's a fully integrated business coach, if they didn't learn that from day one, then it's time somebody shares that with them. And then let me just certified. You know, so basically I added the group volume.
What's quick?
PV is personal volume.
MTD.
Oh, month to date rank.
Month to date.
Yes, so it just tells you where they are. Any questions on the boxes we have checked? Okay. So, start. Oh, there's my senior coach teams. It just couldn't fit here. I was thinking this should be something else. See senior coach teams up there? You want to be sure you check that. Sorting still makes me no difference. Save formatting. Now again, here, oops. Here, you go back to the criteria page. Now, if you want to save this for FIBC, save it in your Save Reports, and I call it FIBC. So then every day after you create it, you can go every day, and all you do is punch your saved report, FIBC, and you'll see it'll update itself.
So when you punch save report,